Hey guys, this is Roligt Reviews, the show where we look at shit and tell you if it's cool or not. I'm your host, Jackson Dalton, and today we're looking at Detective Pikachu. In this first viewing of Detective Pikachu, yes, I'm going to be watching it twice because I'm a maniac, I decided to look at the movie in the perspective of somebody who doesn't really know much about Pokemon. A boomer, if you will. While the movie was definitely made for Pokemon fans in mind, the average moviegoer won't know that. And I think it's very important to look at both sides here. Our story follows Tim Goodman, and in the first scene, he and his friend are hunting for Pokemon to relive the good old days when he used to do the same thing. When I saw a realistic Cubone chase Tim and make a bunch of annoying screeching sounds, I realized something. Man, I must look really embarrassing in this theater full of children. Anyways, there's a bunch of filler, and then eventually Tim goes back to his apartment, and he finds a weird little tube on his desk. He opens it up, and there's a bunch of purple smoke that goes everywhere, and it makes a bunch of Apoms go ape shit. And then he finds a Pikachu that starts talking to him, and they have a little bit of banter for a while. And then the ape shit Apoms come back, and then they just start ruining the place. And then Tim and Pikachu go back. Now, I can't find any footage of the actual jokes, but you just have to believe me when I say that Pikachu said, "People find me so cute, they pet me, pat me, stick a finger in me." And the theater just erupted in laughter, including me, and it did for many other times during the show. There's also this scene where Tim and Pikachu go into like this underground Pokemon fighting ring, and whew, gotta save the nerd gushing for the next review. So basically, Pikachu gets hit by like a tiny little rock and then he's just like dying for no reason. And so Tim brings him over to this forest, and then Mewtwo just appears out of nowhere, and he's like, "I'm gonna show you the backstory." And then like what apparently happened is that Tim's dad actually didn't die in the car crash. What he actually did is Mewtwo started like talking to him, having this whole spiel about how humans were horrible, and then he transported his soul into his Pikachu's body. So the whole reveal is, whoa, the Pikachu was Tim's dad all along. That's fucking stupid. That's about as stupid as Ash dying and all the Pokemon crying on Ash and then he comes back to life and, wait, that actually happened. So after all that ridiculous shit, there is a final parade scene, which I'll admit looked really cool, and it was a good scene. But there were also some things that I didn't really like about that. Whoa, Mewtwo can make Pikachu float. How convenient. Whoa, Mewtwo can reverse all this damage that's been caused. How convenient. Now, I don't want people to take this the wrong way and say that I'm like, oh, this isn't realistic enough. Because I hate those kind of people. And I get that Mewtwo has really amazing powers. He's a legendary Pokemon after all. But it just feels kind of like a scapegoat to keep the movie moving along and just get it over with. So yeah, if you're not a Pokemon fan, you are not gonna like this movie. But stay tuned for next time when I take a look at this movie again, but in the perspective of a Pokemon fan, since I am. You think I bought all of this Pokemon stuff just for the review? Now, welcome to the end segment, Roligt Recommends. This is where I look at stuff like YouTube channels, books, and comics that I just don't really have the knowledge to review, but that I believe are worth your effort and or money. First, we're taking a look at Neon Genesis Evangelion. I had wanted to take a look at Evangelion for a while, and I was waiting for the anime to come to Netflix because I'm not spending hundreds of bucks on DVDs, but I saw this manga in Barnes & Noble and I just couldn't resist. Now this is only the first issue, so I have 18 more to go, but I can say that the story is very good so far, and the artwork is also very nice. You can find this puppy for around 20 bucks online at Barnes & Noble, or probably in some manga or hobby shop. So yeah, check this out, really cool. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about is a creator on this very platform, YouTube. They are Tolarian Community College. They are very cool. To stay on topic with Pokemon, I did want to talk about this channel because I actually do think it is really cool. They talk about a lot of card games like Pokemon, but they do talk about some other card games like Magic the Gathering and most recently, The Binding of Isaac 4 Souls. Speaking of which, they actually do have an excellent interview with Edmund McMillan, which I think you guys will enjoy. Alright nerds, see you later.